Scrabbling, everybody. We made it again to another episode of Kicking It with Kpop. What? You have made it to my, I think, 187th one of these.
Oh, wow.
Not even 2 years. So that says a lot. Let me tell you. Today we are joined by two awesome people. We got Parker. Woo, Parker. What? Your first time here. We've been chatting for the last several months, but this is the first time you're on here. I'm glad to see you have your campaign that is fully funded, by the way. So super congrats on that.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much.
That's exciting. And on Zoop too. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go. And then returning, we have Frederick one more time coming in here. I think you might be the #1 most return guest by this point.
we have quite a few, like I told you, Katie. Every single month this year, we're running the campaign, so you'll probably be on here often.
Since the first time we had that very first one for Crisis, when you were still back in Korea at the time, the amount of stuff that you guys have launched since then has been just insanity. You're just going gung ho. Now you're doing cons. You're all over the place. It's amazing.
I'm glad you brought Crisis up because that's gonna be something we talk about later on today.
Perfect, because guess what? I still have a couple more of those to give away. So ha. That's right. Let's go say hey to the chat real quick. First of all, this is pinned at the top here. It's got both. Wait, no, wrong one. Oh my god, I can't see. This one is pinned at the top right there, and it's got both of the links to the campaigns because we have 2 campaigns going on today, and we will get to those very soon. But we're gonna go say hey. You've got Cliff on Comics right here. Also a lover of the indie comic guys. He does a lot of his comic shop, and guess what? He had Parker on not too long ago. So yes,
awesome.
Shout out for the love. Listen, we got Jason here. He also does a Sunday interview show too. He does a lot of independent comics. He himself does independent comics. So yes, that's right. We got Frederick in the house right there. That's right. Yes. Cliff coming in here with Bring It On, Parker. That's right. Let's go. Hello. Hi there. What's going on? It took me my brain died trying to read that name, and I was like, and I giggled, and I was like, oh, I think I know this person. What is up, Michael? How are you doing? And Sheldon. That's hilarious because you know what I really love seeing in the last couple months is the kind of resurgence of all the westerns, especially like supernatural or vengeance stories in the western. There's been so many of them coming out, and I'm very excited to talk about that, which is very cool. So boom, we made it to the end of the chat. We're gonna get way more people popping here, and that's how they do,
Awesome.
How we do. Now we are going to go like this. Boom, there's me. Take it all in because we're going to be tiny soon. And then I'm going to pick Parker. Guess what? You're our first victim. You're our first backstage. That's right. You're new to the channel. So let's do some introductions. Oh, wait, before I do that, let's wave to Cran. What's up, Cran? How are you doing? Boom. That's right. All right. Parker, you have the floor. Now you're going to ask the most serious question of all time. Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here?
Yeah. Hey, guys. I'm Parker Newman. I'm a native of North Carolina, and I am the writer and creator of City of Demons, the newest comic book soon to be published or being published by Acre Comics. And City of Demons is a detective noir story set in 1924 Hollywood. It's against the backdrop of Hollywood becoming Hollywood, where they're becoming the epicenter of American pop culture. And against that backdrop, a serial killer is targeting the top mafia officials of one of LA's top 2 warring crime families. And so the newly appointed head of that crime family then enlists the help of 2 private detectives to track down that killer. And through that, you really get to explore all the dark sort of underside of LA and Hollywood during the 1920s. And a lot of those type of themes, a lot of the, sort of themes about, about the predatory nature of Hollywood and that sort of culture is applicable then as well as now. So it's a really fun story with 4 really distinct, complex characters and a really fun mystery you get to solve with the characters throughout. So yeah, I'm really excited for everyone to experience it, and you can crowdfund it now on Zoop. We have met our goal of 2K, but there's a lot more. We hope to really share it with a lot more people. And if we reach the 3,000 goal, we have exclusive rewards of each person that backed a physical copy gets a metal poster. So that's really cool. And yeah, so please just keep the train rolling. This would be awesome.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Hang on one little teeny tiny second. I'm trying to open up my Twitter things. I'm trying to do that so I can drop some links. And I'm very excited to see where City of Demons is going, because we talked way back a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I think at the time you had up to like issue 6 ready.
Yeah, at that time, I reached out to you. Yeah. So for people who don't
Yeah.
know, the short sort of story of our City of Demons is that from the publishing side is that a little over a year ago, I believe, I got a publisher, Blood Moon Comics, that was mostly big in the horror side, and they were building up an audience. And 2 months before our release date, I contacted the publisher just talking about, pre-orders and whatnot. And then he contacted me right back saying, "Hey, don't even worry about that. We're having to close down."
Wow.
And you could probably guess the reason is because of all the craziness of Diamond, and that hurt. Blood Moon was just one of the many victims of Diamond.
Yeah.
And so that was just a horrible feeling to work spend all that energy building something, that you think is really special, and then to be told, you're just not going anywhere. So I was previously on a podcast with a guy named Marcus, talked to him about possible options going forward. And then he directed me to Kpop and said she knows like anything and everything about possible publishers. And then I reached out to her, and then she gave me seemed like a laundry list of independent out to. And at the top was Acre Comics, headed up by Frederick Littles, who I was aware of because of Magnus and the success of Magnus. And to be honest, I was not sure how he would respond to City of Demons, since it's so different than Magnus in almost every possible way. I was like, I don't know. I think it's a strong story, but I don't know if this would be if this is where he wants, this is a story he wants to take on. And luckily he did. And he responded very positively, and I talked to him more. And I mean, he's a creative guy. And so he got it. And what I saw from a lot of other publishers I talked to was that they were looking ahead more so to possible licensing. And so they were looking on maybe making a TV show or make a movie or whatever. Yeah. And for me, I just want someone who was confident in creating a great comic and creating a great comic company and a comic publisher. And because for me, with my goal with City of Demons right now is to create a great comic. And he was a guy that I think had a really great vision for independent comic book publishing going forward, and had made some smart moves to not be affected by the whole Diamond fiasco. So that was a plus. But yeah, so it's been very positive. Just work with him, trusting him along the way. And so yeah, end up at Wiseacre and enjoying it so far.
Woo! Nice. Yeah, I remember that conversation in detail going on there, because I said I thought Frederick would be a really good fit for you because of some of the themes, but also I know Frederick is also looking to branch out and do some other stuff. But you do a lot of crime books, and you just did your Vive book, and you did a couple other ones that branching off, going to a different direction. And I love seeing that. So Frederick, we can pull you up here, but also I want to highlight this for Michael. He says, Parker Newman can't lose. If you get that reference, you're all right. Boom. That also dates us to the 80s. Let me tell you. But yes. Oh, the Kpop must be for connections. That's right, Sheldon. That's right. That's what we do here. And here's Frederick. What's up? The homie. What's happening?
What's going on, Katie?
What's going on?
Hello, everybody. Hello. Yes, I'm Frederick Littles, owner and founder of Acre Comics. I'm just here for the hot dogs, folks. Trust me. Yes. But no. I'm glad that Katie sent Parker my way and everything, because again, he has a great story. Great story. I was fortunate enough to read the first 2 issues, and then he came back and asked me a question. He was like, "Hey, did you read it?" I said, "Yeah, I read it." I just had to go back and read it some more. Then he said, "I got some else for you." He sent me the next couple of issues and everything. I was like, "Hold up, time out here. This is good. This is really, really good."
Yeah.
And then he asked me, "Do you know who the killer is?" I said, "Come on now."
He asked me that too, and I had I sent him what I thought was going on, and he was just like, interesting.
Yeah.
So I remember that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say, I showed the preview with about just under 30 people. Yeah. And the preview being mainly the first 6 issues. And I asked every person, "Do you know who do you think the killer is?" And so far, only one person has gotten it right. And what I've also tried to structure is that it goes from a whodunit to really you're asking the motive, and by asking the motive, you find the killer. So I asked the person, okay, so what do you think their motive is? And they were this close to getting it right. Then they kind of took a left turn in their logic, and I was like, okay, so I still keeping people guessing. So still keeping them one, because you need that to make encourage them to read the next issue. And so yeah.
And so I got to the point to where I didn't want to know who the killer was yet, because I want to see the rest of the issues. I have an ideal in my head.
Yes.
I won't give Parker that answer and everything just yet, because I'm really infused into the story. But I want to see the rest of the story and everything, right, that he has cooking up and everything here. And it's going to be a great series, folks. So again, it's a publishing everything. Katie, your recommendation was spot on. Thank you for sending him my way. He's a great creator and a great house family member, everything too at the same time. So looking forward to a great conversation.
That's right.
Wiseacre's prerequisite for K-pop chat.
Yes. Oh, that's funny. And Graphic Vandalism, another one that does a really good channel. If you guys don't follow Graphic, go follow him. They do some really good content over there as well. More indie creators happening and popping in the chat. I love seeing this. Sheldon coming in here. I like this. The killer is usually the chick. If there's more than one gal, it's the one with the biggest knockers. That checks out. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to reading the whole rest of the series too, because I'm intrigued by it. I like that it was kind of like a slow build, but each episode you kind of get more into like the background of like the characters, of like what's going on, and then there's like all this mysterious stuff happening, and then I think it really resonate with a bunch of people, especially with people around like trauma and all that kind of stuff too. I think that's like kind of a good thing too, because there's a lot of guys I know, like I know Bronze just did his Mission 22 yesterday for his charity stuff. There's a lot of guys in the community that are past military or even currently in the military. So I think that's something that a lot of people will be really looking forward to, that kind of thing, because that hits home big time for a lot of people. I know.
I just retired.
I know. You were still in it when we first started.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that was something where for the series we took, and I try to be super respectful for that, because it was just that research side of it. Obviously it's a period piece, so I had to research.
Yeah.
I'm also a history buff, so a large part of it was researching a lot of the scandals around old Hollywood. A lot of these sort of again, just a lot of the culture of that time, even so far as like the current dress, like the scripts I send my artist Kingsley.
Oh yeah, shout out to him too.
Photos.
Super good art in this.
Yeah, really good artist, and the scripts are filled with reference photos. One of our comics opens up with at a jazz club.
Yeah.
And so I sent him what felt like a million reference photos.
Yeah.
Of all these different attire. Again, you have to think about little things, like what even the instruments looked like at that time. If there's any little defined features, and why the audience may not pick up on that immediately, I do feel like they can feel when someone is being lazy or not being lazy with some of the research. And that went back to a lot of the character backstories. So for instance, our main character or central character, Lucas Short, is a World War I veteran. So a lot of the PTSD from that, I watched almost endless videos where you can go back. So there's an old documentary where it talks about, they call it shell shock, but specifically World War II veterans and how that kind of manifested itself. And I was hoping to stay true to that and stay true to all these little details, so that it didn't feel exploitive or anything, or just lazy. Because I feel like it's easy to be lazy on a lot of stuff like that. And yeah, so I just want everyone, for this series, no part has been lazy. It's been researched a lot. Again, even the two warring crime families are based on, they're not called the same name, but are based on real families, slightly different time points in time in LA history, but are amalgamations of that. And again, the central character Lucas starts off in issue 1 as a detective in the LAPD, and that's pulled straight from history, because the first a really cool part of LAPD history is the first Black officer, I believe his first name was Marcus, was 1918, and by 1924 they had 4
Wow.
officers, which is a really cool piece of history. So I decided to pull on that, and then all their ideas, and then we created Lucas Short. And yeah, so there's just that part where, like, I'm happy you mentioned the characters and the backstories, because while the mystery is the really fun part that keeps the plot chugging along, the 4 central characters, Lucas, his partner, the private detective Lawrence K, which you find out about later, and the 2 heads of the Warren crime families, they're the heartbeat of the whole story. And what the philosophy I came in with the comic book series is that it's characters over everything. So I may take a few pages, and Frederick so far has been really supportive of it, to where I may not focus solely on the plot. I'm going to take like 2 or 3 pages to just essentially like breathe with the character, so you can understand their sort of psychological complexity more, and why that may not be directly essential to the plot. It's essential to understanding why they do certain things, who they are, because that feeds into the larger mystery, that feeds into a lot of possible, you get to play with possible motives, and it really establishes a part of their character arc that you can play with later on. So again, like, for anyone that loves great character work or really strong character work, and obviously I'm the writer, but I really feel like this is going to fit that need. And it's, again, the characters to me are more important than the overall mystery. If you don't lock in with the characters, then there's no real reason to continue exploring the mystery. Because like Kpop, I'm sure you've seen it like before. Like, there's a lot of comics today that have probably really good art, or do have really good art, and an interesting enough concept, but the characters are not intriguing enough to where it propels me to keep reading, to where I feel like a really strong connection in any sort of way.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah,
I see that, and I also see where a lot of times all the characters kind of have like the same tone. Like, they don't really take into like effect who this person is, where are they coming from, what's their background story. So they don't really have that dialect. They don't really have that as an actual genuine character. So that kind of vibe kind of puts me out of things. But I love it when you can actually read a character, get to know who that character is, and like really get a sense for who that person is in the book. And I really love that when that kind of like resonates with you as you're reading a story. It makes you want to feel things, and I love that. So yes.
Well, yeah, because it's like, it's the central theme of City of Demons, and really the central theme that's expressed through all the characters is grief. And each character is dealing with that sort of baggage in their own. Oh, what's up, Tate? Sorry, just so all the characters are dealing with that in their own specific ways, and you really see the way that they deal with that reflect sort of or who they are throughout the rest of the series. Yeah. And so it's a really, really interesting thing. I think a lot of people are really going to connect to. Like, again, there's all sorts of stuff. Like, Lawrence K is a World War I veteran who is struggling to find his place in the world, and he's this close from giving up. Like, a lot of these characters are what I described to people is like they're in like spiritual warfare. Their spiritual lives are just going all over the place, and only they can choose how to direct it in possibly the right ways.
Yeah.
Like Lucas Shores, World War I veteran, dealing with all the weight that carries. Lawrence K, which you see later on, his private detective who dealing with tremendous family trauma that he's just run away from. And you have, Marcus Sullivan, the newly appointed head of the Sullivan crime family. And he is slowly just the role of, he just lost a loved one. Not the loved one you may think, not to spoil anything, but he, and so he's slowly finding himself becoming a darker and darker figure under the weight of his new role. And then you have Harry Boyle, the head of the other crime family. And I dive into him. I initially set him up as like, just a hard-boiled crime boss. And we slowly, as the series goes on, peels back those layers to understand why he is that way. And, some of the vulnerabilities that come with that. And so, I just can't say, like, we put so much work into creating these characters, and I think it really pays off.
Yes.
I think anyone, and I do think it's a series that if people give it a chance and read, they'll want to read the next issue and read the next issue. So yeah, I'm really proud of all the work that myself and Kingsley and Nikki, our letterer, have put in.
All right. Yes, I think so too. And you said you originally wanted to do this as a 12-issue series?
Yes.
I think that we were talking about way back in the day. Is that still on board for 12 issues? You still want to go through that? Nice. Okay, cool. Because I think it's really interesting because you're getting like, each issue comes out, because you're on issue 1 right now on Zoop. And then you're going to eventually release the other ones. But I think it's really interesting to see like how every issue, like the more of the bonding between the two main characters is coming out, because they're kind of trauma bonding at this point. But but all the mysteries of like the murder and injury that's happening, like, you're really trying to find out what's going on. And I see your comment, Frederick, but if he wants to pop in, that's more than I have 7 people on here, so yeah, easily. Yes. So what I want to do is I want to go to your campaign page right now. So because we have a whole bunch more people that have just joined us. So we have 2 campaigns going on right now. And the first campaign that we're talking to is Parker's City of Demons, which is on Zoop right now. And we're going to get to that in 1 second. We do have a question from Grant, so hold on a second. So the demons in the story are their personal demons of the past.
Yeah, let me clarify that real quick, because I have gotten a few questions about the name. So when I first made the name, I thought it was 2 on the nose. I thought it was possibly going to be 2 on the nose, right? Because LA, City of Angels, so City of Demons. I thought it was going to be 2 on the nose. And then I remember I shared it with a few of my friends, and it was only a couple of them, but they were like, oh, so we're like, demons? And and I shared a preview with one guy who put it on his YouTube channel, and so anyway, but his whole thing was, I read the 2nd issue and there's no like demons yet, so I don't know. I guess this isn't like supernatural, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I never thought, but yeah, this is a grounded detective noir story, very dramatic, but yeah, there's no supernatural element to this. Yeah, the demons is metaphorical. You're right. It's the personal demons past, right?
Yes, you can have many demons in your life. You might even know some currently right now. Exactly. Yes, Tate is also saying congrats both on funding. Yes, both have already fully funded. Some have, I think yours has 11 days left. I can't remember what the other one has. We'll get to that very short. Yes, shortly. Haha, I can speak. There we go. Boom. We're doing it. Perfect. Oh, what's up, RJ? How are you doing? Yes, we're going over City of Demons right now. I'm going to drop the link one more time. This is on Zoop. If you guys have not backed anything on Zoop, please go ahead, ask your questions. I backed several things on there. If you have any questions, please ask along, because we're going to be going over this in a second. I will hear a ding if Jim does pop in the background as we're in here, so I will be able to hear that. But we're going to go to your campaign page right now. Boop, bop, beep. There we go. Boop, boop, boop.
Super loud.
Haha. Let me go back over here. We're going to make us really tiny so we can really see this. Boom. There we go. Look at it. Haha. You can do more stuff. Nobody will know. Let's see. Yes. Zoop is actually pretty neat. I see a lot of people do Zoop, which I like. The thing I like about Zoop, you could do several packages in there where they can print and ship your books. And you can also do it where they, you talk to them and they figure out a date and time for you to go and put your campaign on there. There's not like a whole ton that go on at the same time. It's kind of like staggered how they have things, which I think is actually pretty sweet. You really get a chance to check out some campaigns. How long has Zoop been around? Who created Zoop? I forgot the actual names of that. Maybe Frederick can chime in on that one. I want to say it's been around a couple of years that I know of. And they're also getting ready to launch Zoop Gaming.
Yeah, a couple of years and everything. I think Eric, I believe, runs Zoop.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, they are. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, they're really nice guys. I see them too. They're really, really interactive with campaigns, especially if you like post stuff around, they'll go and reshare it all over the place. They really try to get in there and get those campaigns shared, which I love seeing that. No, it is not right away. It is when after the campaign, usually a few days after sometimes too. It really depends on like what's going on with all of that. But yes, not right away. So if you want to back now, you can. It'll come out later. Oh, and I saw Matt. What's up, Matt? How are you guys doing? And I heard a bit bop, so hold on 1 second. Let me bring to the stage. We got Jim. Hello, Jim. Hello? Can you hear us? Wait, hold on. Let's make you big, and then we're gonna put you through the ringer. Boom. Hello? Oh, I think you might be frozen. Oh, hello? Can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you. Yeah.
We need some hot dogs, Katie.
Listen,
chili
that's
cheese
right.
dogs.
Oh, let's go. That's a good question. That's a good time. I can't listen. For the life of me, I do not understand why Costco doesn't offer a chili cheese dog. They have everything in the making of that, but no chili cheese dog. They sell chili by itself. You'd think they would be a thing. I think you might be coming back here. So hold on a second. Let's see. Oh, Sheldon says he can read lips. He can translate. Nice. Listen, I said something before we could mime our way through a whole chat. If we run out of audio, this is great too. Yes, it does seem like a really good platform. It's really interesting too. I like that there's other platforms going around because I know it's really interesting to me, like how some people are such diehard fans of one platform over the other, which I'm like, whatever, I'll back wherever. It doesn't matter to me. As long as the creator, whoever it is, just keeps doing updates. And if you have an issue, listen, creators, I don't care who you are, what platform you are, it doesn't matter to me. If you have an issue with your campaign and you know it's going to be delayed getting the book out, just do some updates. That's all. As a backer, I ask. Listen,
say it loud, Katie, so everybody can hear in the back. Please
do some updates. Let the people know what is happening with your campaign and or whatever it is happening. I can tell you right now, I have issues on one campaign on Kickstarter and one issue on one campaign on Indiegogo. Both 5 years in the making. Let me tell you.
No.
Yes.
No.
Like I said, don't care what platform it is. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I listen to this day. I don't care. That or hold my hot dog. Oh my God. How do we not had that in a thing instead of be right back? How is it not hold my hot dog? Oh my gosh. Yes, that's now a thing. Very good question. I don't know. I think some are 6, some are 8%, some are less, depending on which site you go to. Because let me tell you, there's like more than 4 sites at this point. You got Fund My Comic, you got Indiegogo, you got Kickstarter, you have Zoop. I've seen people do stuff on Patreon by themselves. I've seen people do stuff on Ko-Fi by themselves. I've seen people, Ray, he's not in chat, but he has been doing stuff where people could crowdfund themselves on their own websites. Coffin Comics pulled their stuff from all their websites and now does their own crowdfunding on their own website called Coffin Launch. The amount of stuff that you can be doing right now for a campaign is endless. Yeah, perfectly endless. It's amazing. And I think this is absolutely fantastic because to me, don't just stick with one. Go to various other ones because guess what? People stick to one site or the other one. I've seen so many people have success. Let's say they start on Kickstarter. Then they go to Second Chance on Indiegogo. They end up on Fund My Comic or elsewhere as a storefront. You know, you're just getting more backers that way. Global Comics now has crowdfunding.
Oh, wait, what?
Huh? Do they?
What?
No,
Global Comics has crowdfunding now? Dang,
Really?
RJ, I will talk to you. I have RJ coming up next month. Dude, RJ, we will talk about that when that happens. I did not know about that.
Ooh,
very interesting.
I did not know that.
I'm about to reach out to Jackson about that one then.
Listen, yeah, get in there. Get on that. 5 years, I thought us being a month. Listen, no. Okay, I'll bring that up in 1 second. But let me bring Jim back to the stage. Let's see if he's on here. Hello, Jim. Hello. No, I can't hear you. No
I think you gotta set your audio, Jim.
Just try different ones in the settings. See if it's just picking up the wrong thing. Okay. So yeah, so RJ is on Fund My Comic right now, but branching out. Exactly. What is up, Tommy? Dude, he had a great show on Friday. Sweet artist. He had Monk and a couple other guys on there drawing a bunch of stuff. It was awesome. If you guys don't know World at War Comics, go follow him too. It's amazing. Always be hanging in there, lurking all the places. That's right. Listen, you know, I think it might have just been my computer because my computer hates my audio as well. You linked in here. My computer was like, no, not happening. It's hilarious. You're welcome. Yes, we got cool stuff happening here. That's okay. That's okay. Listen, if you just want to hang and chill, you could type in the chat. As long as you're here and present, everybody can see your lovely face. You know, boom. There we go. Yes. listen, I think that the more platforms there are, it's just going to increase more people finding out about your book. That's all there is to it. Like way back in the day, oh, we lost him again. Dang. Okay, so let's go talk about City of Demons while Jim is trying to figure out what's happening. But also, Sheldon, this is true. Sheldon did say he could read lips. So, Jim, if you come back, we can mime it. It's fine. Ooh, okay. Aha, I see that, Frederick. Yes, we'll get to that very soon because I'm very excited about that as well. Wait, I lost what tab am I on? There, no, what tab am I on? There we go. I'm on the tab. I did it. There we go. Haha, look at this. Okay, here's your campaign page. This is the Zoop layout. It's fairly simple. You kind of add stuff too into a cart-like setting, and then you could check out and add more than one. It's kind of like the setup that they have on Fund My Comic and some other ones. We just add everything and check out at the same time. Good stuff. I do like that because a lot of times there is some really good tiers. And what I've seen too on some of the Zoop campaigns is a lot of times they offer original art tiers. And I have picked up several original art tiers on some campaigns here, and I really love it. Exactly. Everyone is lurking. That's for sure. What's up, Leak? That's all right. Listen, we adore the lurkers. Anybody that comes in here and spends any amount of seconds, like in one of my ramblings, you know, perfectly fine. Let's go. Oh, me too. Oh, yes, me too. Listen, I first found out about it from Crisis, and I've been hooked since then. I love everything that you guys have put out, and you do such a stellar, oh my God, stellar job putting on campaigns and also finding all these creators from all around the world too, which I very much thoroughly enjoy. Yes, exactly. That's right. All right, so right here, campaign page, one more time, City of Demons. If you are inside the chats, I have pinned the links above as well. Right here, this is for issue 1. This is Parker's campaign. You have 11 days left. You already have 70 people back this. Let's go. Let's see if we can get you to 100 people by the time this thing ends. That'd be amazing. Oh, I'd love to see that too, especially on the Zoop campaign. You already funded. That's amazing. Yeah. Because not many people are too familiar with it. So the fact that you're already getting these people, and I've loved seeing their platform kind of grow every time somebody else has a campaign on here. It's fabulous. I love it. And if you go into the campaign page up there as well, you can sign up for some other ones that are coming out. And there's some really interesting ones that I have already like saved myself. I'm excited for. So look at this. You've already crushed your campaign goal. I want to get you way more people on here. Way more. Let's go. For those that are just joining us, this is the cover for issue 1 here. It's lovely. Your artist did such a great job on this.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll drop his link too on the way as while we're doing this. I want him to get way more followers. He's great.
Well, I was about to say Kingsley is obviously issue 1 is super well illustrated. I mean, his line work is awesome. The art only gets better.
Yes.
It only gets better. And I think Frederick would agree with me. Like his artwork. And Kingsley is so like he's such a perfectionist about this kind of stuff. He I think it was like a week into our campaign. He asked me, say, hey, can I actually revise some of the artwork in issue 1 just to make it look better? And I was like, well, I think it's a little bit too late now. But but I said, no, I was like, what do you want to change? And it was just like little things, not mistakes. You just wanted to add and add.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's amazing. And so, I mean, when I was first looking for an artist for City of Demons, my initial idea for the art style was pretty much similar to Sin City, like Frank Miller's Sin City, hard blacks, hard whites. And I was just looking at, so I hired, I think, about 5 artists to do like the first 3 pages of issue 1, see what their take on it would be, what they would bring to the table. And Kingsley was the one who, you know, did this grayscale effect. So it's not just hard whites, hard blacks. There's a value all over the page. There's a texture on the page. It's really great. Even small things like the panels. He has these white jagged lines around every panel. And I saw him do that once when he was showing me like some of the new pages. And I said, oh, I love that. It's like not even something I thought. I was like, do that for all the panels because I love the energy, kind of like the roughness it gives. And so he's great because not only do I think he correctly and well translates my work onto the page, but he adds his own sort of personality to it that's just really intrinsic. And I think great artists do that. Great comic book artists do that. And he's been awesome. Like, yeah. I look forward to every time he gives a page. It's amazing.
Yeah. I just dropped his Instagram too if you guys want to go follow him, because he has some really good art on there. And that's one of my favorite things, is when I get to see people progress in their artwork. And I think it's awesome when somebody does a piece of artwork and they're not kind of satisfied, especially with issue ones. I think that's awesome in the indie sphere, is where you'll have an issue just to put it out there, just to get something out there. Then you get better either in your writing or as an artist, and it evolves to where you really want it to be. And I see so many people go and do a reissue of the first work. We had a bunch of guys on that's been years already in the making, and they go back and just do reissue one all over again, just because they have such a good they have so much love for the story or whatever it is that they're doing, and they want to go and redo that. And I think that's so awesome to me. And I think Kingsley's artwork is just fantastic. The black and white just really pops. And it kind of like fits too in like 1920s kind of old Hollywood, like kind of mafia, also kind of like world. It fits in there. It's like so well. Yeah.
Right. And I was about to say, so when I was first creating the story, and I mean, obviously, like to be honest, like the production costs are lower when it's black and white.
Yeah.
So I knew that I was thinking just practically, I was like, okay, what story do I have for a comic? Because I want to make a comic that could fit these restraints, but not feel cheap, right? Like I took a shortcut, and I was like, oh, this noir detective story be perfect. Like honestly, even if I had $1 million to spend on this, I would still keep it black and white. I think stylistically it fits perfectly. The tone, like I could not imagine this in color. And Kingsley, the way he uses a lot of the light effects, and you'll even see more of that later on. Like for me, it has to be black and white. And in this grayscale that he really added onto has been amazing.
Yeah, the grayscale is awesome.
Let's see. Okay, cool. There's even more. Let me open this. That one's better quality. So this here is your cover and some extra pages down here. We do have a question from Tate here. The art is incredible. Yes, go follow Kingsley right here. Here's Kingsley's profile. You can go check out way more of his artwork. I think a lot of the artwork that he has on here is fantastic, and I love seeing him really honing in on his artist and really getting into like his own style and stuff. I love seeing that. Tate wants to know, are all the covers and extras done by the same artist?
No. So Kingsley did cover A, so the cover you're seeing, which is the main cover. He also did I forget the letter of it, but he did another variant cover which showcases all the 4 central characters, which was actually his, like, I call it like an interview piece. One of his first where I said, hey, just here's an idea for these characters. What's your interpretation? Based off of very detailed descriptions. And so he did another cover. All the other 2 or 3 sorry, I struggle to remember, but I think 3 variant covers are actually done by me. So I do like.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. Hey, nice.
Yeah, so I actually do portrait. So I'm part of an art collective in the city I live, and so I do portrait work, and I do like charcoal portraits and like.
Me too.
Mix that with graffiti work and mix that with paint. Like, so I try to combine like traditional paint techniques with sort of rugged street style look.
Yeah.
And again, I can draw. I can do. I like to think I'm a pretty good artist, but I'm not a comic book artist. That's a whole different skill set.
Yeah.
And so Kingsley's that, and then for the variant covers, it's been me doing these sort of rugged, expressionistic sort of look. And the one cover, which is a guy with a cigarette out of the corner of his mouth, is actually the first ever picture of Lucas. I actually painted that when I was first working on the script, just to give an idea of Lucas and sort of express his like just really kind of jaded, torn essence. And that may sound really pretentious, but that's the truth. So again, it's been a lot of hard work all across the board, and I think people are really going to dig it.
Yeah, that's what I like about the art style too, because it does give me some of those graffiti kind of like graphic vibes to it.
Yeah.
Like you could see that, especially in some of the lettering. Some of my times is I absolutely adore lettering, like the action stuff that you have on the panel right here, that becomes part of the artwork. And you guys have kind of like meshed that together so well. It's really good.
Yeah, that first page, it was that for me was I saw that with the lettering on, and and that was for me. And this was over a year ago. I saw that. I was like, okay, I think we may be onto something. Then I was like, okay, artistically, I think that really is pretty sick. And so,
yeah, it's really cool. Like what Tate was saying too, that you nailed all of the different covers. Are the variant covers on here too? You have that up for?
They're not on the samples, but they are featured in the rewards.
Okay, I'll see if I can. I can see if I can open that a little later. Dude, I'm fascinated by eyeballs. Those are my favorite things to draw. So
this is my favorite page in issue 1, and for me, again, was not, to be honest with you, intentionally doing it. It almost happened by accident. For me, I really, especially after issue 1, and when I got my initial publisher, was really trying to go deep and be like, what can comics do narratively that only comics can do? That can't be captured by film or prose. Like, again, I just started researching just the art. I already knew about it, but like with analytically started researching it like crazy, because the previous sample page was like, dark panel, super close with the eye, less close with an eye, and then full reveal of Lucas. There's no text, no nothing. It's just for a moment for you to breathe with the character and sort of examine what that character is now, because that comes at the back of a flashback to his experience in World War One. And just kind of you get all of that there without any sort of
see all that.
Yeah, and it's
flashback stuff right there. And yeah, I like what Cran is saying too. Nice eyes. You like the grayscale. Listen, I really love the borders and the panel work that he has figured out how to do here, because it really makes everything pop here. And I love how you have like these interesting silhouettes like down below, and like really good use of like shadow work. Dude, he is just getting better since I've seen, because I've read up to, I think, issue 6. I think that's where we left out the last time we talked. And his artwork just gets better and better. And I am very, very excited to see what's going to happen the rest half of the series. And where else is going to go from art, because he has such talent that he is going to be, I think people are going to really want him on more books. Let me tell you.
Yeah. And so the, another thing is so you got read up to issue 6.
Uh-huh.
And I almost feel bad that I like you were just cut off there, because issue 7,
I know,
gets so much, and like, especially if I remember, issue 7 gets so much darker, because it's really about like you find out an even deeper an even deeper level to the mystery, to where for me it was even, I think I told Frederick right after I wrote it, I was like, I had to take a few day break from writing more scripts, because I'm like, oof. So issue 7 hopefully will blow you away, I think.
I think so. I think it will, because like I said earlier, it's kind of like that slow build that you get, because you're kind of like introducing everybody, then you're introducing all the stuff, and you have like the mafia side, the family happening, and then you have like the characters, then you have like the murder mystery thing in there.
Yeah.
But then you're like really deep into like the backstory of everybody that you're finding out about, and like learning here and there, which I think is really interesting, and I like it. And like I said, I love that it's a period piece that takes place in like the 20s. You get that like interesting, just look at the cars. I myself am a huge fan of all the Model T stuff, because listen, we got the Henry Ford Museum down the street, and they do a lot of like the old school style Model T shows all the time. So I'm a huge fan of anytime I see this in comics or anything. I think it's great. So you guys nailed the art style on this thing, because let me tell you, there's one thing that history buffs are known for, is they're gonna go and nitpick every little dicky thing in a book. They're like, that is not the right style handle on a thingamabob from like whatever era that is. Let me tell you, they immediately will be doing that. Yeah.
it was to a point where, like with this comic, like even like little detail like the guns in World War One that an average foot soldier would have. Especially so. No spoilers, but this is on the right side is a flashback to World War One, and that's sort of the last page of that flashback. More will come from this. So people who just think it's a simple guy comes, you will get so much more of little things like this. So we've been very intentional narratively to put a crumb here that you may not expect to be paid off later. It will be paid off. So it rewards people who pay attention to seemingly really small things. And again, I think people are really going to enjoy it. I think people who've read 6 and even 7 and 8 issues have found it to be really fun. which I know may be kind of a weird thing to say for something so dark, but it is fun. And so
the dark stuff is the best stuff. That's kind of where it is. Listen, I tell people all the time, you wouldn't really have a comic if it wasn't for the villains and the bad stuff that happens in a book. It's like that's kind of the basis for everything. You have to have something that affects the rest of the book. That's why you're making it.
It's funny because for this comic, I remember one of my friends, I had to read it. Just I trusted her creative opinion a lot, and they were like, "Man, like there's," and they didn't mean this negatively, but they're like, "Oh, this is so dark." And I was like, when I look at it, for me, I don't know. It's like I see it as more dramatic.
Yeah,
like, I think the comic is very dramatic. I think it wisely puts all the characters in very uncomfortable situations to where they're constantly at odds with each other, just constantly conflict, moving the plot along, moving the story along. So, I mean, it is dark, but again, for me creatively, I don't approach it as this is a dark. I approach it as very dramatic. And
it's a story that's being told. It kind of has like all that like mob mystery, like murder intrigue, all of that. Then you have like backstories of character. There's trauma, all kinds of stuff happening. So I said this a million times. I think it's a really interesting story, and I do like the build up to like the kind of more drama and the darker bits that you have on there, because you have like all this other story that's going on in between it, which is really interesting. You're still trying to figure out what the heck is actually happening. So I like that.
In a good way.
Yes, in a good way. Yes. Because sometimes you need those. I say this a lot. Like you can't always have like, oh, I'm just gonna read nothing but action stuff, or I'm gonna read nothing but whatever. You need to have that like in and out of stuff. You need to have like some stuff. You need to have goofy bits and stuff here and there. You just like break it up every now.
Well, I was about to say, like, I read I think it was yesterday. I was reading The Max, the old comic.
Sam Keith, let's go.
Yeah, Sam Keith. Super dark, super messed up. And then that same little bit later, I was reading Bone.
Yep.
And I was like, enjoying them both but the Bone was like a palate cleanser from the heaviness of Max. And so
the Max is going to be interesting. As much as I don't like Channing Tatum, I want this movie to be done because I want to see Max on the big screen just to see what that's going to be like in a movie format, because that is some interesting visuals. Sam Keith is some of my favorite ever art, and you can't beat the weird covers that are on the Marvel Comics Presents. What he did with Wolverine on there, let's go. Some weird stuff happening.
Well, it's crazy that we're in a world where Madam Web was made. A character no one really knows, unless you've watched the 90s animated show. And Bone does get much darker. I don't think it gets as dark as the Max. The Max is like,
Max is pretty dark. That's pretty dark.
It's pretty dark.
Yeah. Yes, both are good choices.
We're in a world where Madam Web somehow got lit, and forget the quality. It's Madam Web, and it's like. But yet we're probably not going to get the Max, which is really interesting.
I don't know. He's still fighting for it. I want to see that. Listen, we could get Tick TV series. We could get a Max series. Like, come on, let's go. I love the Tick too, but come on, Max. That needs more love. That needs way more love.
Yes, it does.
I love that. Let's see. Yeah, right. Listen, we're
go get chopped in that.
Me too, Tate. Me too. I'm really hoping this thing happens. Yes.
I hope so. I mean, Channing Tatum also he tried for forever to get the Gambit movie made, and that didn't get made. So I'm not holding
out. Well, could be happening now that he was in the other one.
It could be. I don't know.
You never know what's going to be happening with that.
I still would like a younger Gambit. Channing Tatum is still.
Well, yeah.
I really like Gambit. I think
what's that guy's name? The guy that was in John Carter that played him originally. I really liked him as that too, but he ended up getting old too. But,
Taylor Kirsch.
Yes, that guy. Yeah,
I
liked
actually
him.
great.
He was good. I like
horrible movie, but he was actually like.
I love John Carter. The John Carter movie. I love it. It gets hate all the time, but I think it's a good movie. But yes, listen, I like them equally. I have not met Sam Keith yet, but I have talked hot dogs with the Biz. Let me tell you, so he's up there higher on my list right now. But yeah,
you like Sam Keith with the Biz?
I like them both. They're both kind of got that wacky, weird art style, which I absolutely love. It's fantastic because it really gives you into that imagination, which I love. I did ask him. I asked him if he could take any character to do whatever he wanted with besides Logo. What character he would pick? He picked Deadpool. I mean, not Deadpool, Daredevil. Daredevil. You want to do a Daredevil series, and I was like, dude, that'd be so dope.
That would be so.
He would want to do like his own style, anything goes Daredevil, and I was like, that would be so good. Yes.
It's funny if you ever see a Sam Keith interview, he's so just kind of like if you brought up like Max to him, like, oh my gosh, the Max, he'd be like, all right, like, oh, people still talk about this. Like he's not even like, he seems like so out of touch with how like good he actually is.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh, he did some really good Lobo Batman stuff too. He did some really interesting series. I love all of his side stuff. Yes, it's a very good series of books. Well, so far, listen, he was
really good in that.
As much as I hate him, he was really good in that Deadpool Wolverine movie. I enjoyed him, and I would like to see more of it. Okay, it was funny. Like it was just you weren't thinking what was going on. It just happened. I was like, what? This is crazy. I do want to get into your tiers real quick. Then we'll go over your stretch goals, and then what time is it? And then we can hop over and talk about the other campaign too. Poor Jim, I know, but if he wants to come in and tries to mime some movements, and Sheldon can read his lips, we could do that too. Let's see. You have a very good deal on packages here. I think this is awesome. So for $5, you get yourself a digital package. Nice. For $8, you get a secondary digital package that comes with the PDF and some digital art bundle. Nice. That's awesome. And then for $10, you get yourself Private Eye, which is cover A physical, and then the PDF and the digital art bundle. Dude, that's dope. That's a good price point for these so far. This is awesome. In your cold case here, I'm going to see if I can right click on this just to open it. No. Maybe. No. 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 Okay. I guess not. I don't get how websites work sometimes. Sometimes you can do things, sometimes you can't. I know. Let's see. He's all right, but no Tatum. Come on. He's a great. I like the Kirsch guy.
If you got Taylor Kirsch right off the heels of Friday Night Lights, perfect casting. It would have been like the best superhero casting ever.
Listen, I knew that would bring you out from lurking. The Max is one of your favorite things. I know. Good times. Yes, it's good as dang. Everybody in here. I know. Everybody's got campaigns. Everybody's got things happening. It's amazing. I love seeing this. So this is your cover for the variant cover? Is that this one? Right. Okay. I can't open it, but does it show it anywhere else somewhere on the page?
I don't believe so.
If you can, I would see if you can add that on there because you can't really see what it is. So I want to get more people backing stuff so they can see it. So I don't know if you guys can put an extra image on there of that cover.
I'm going to see if I can actually
pull it up.
Send you the link.
Oh, okay.
The folder here.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah, if you can do that, and then we'll go over more of your tiers. So it looks like the next couple of ones have your cover and the original cover on it. So Cold Case is your cover for cover B, and correct. You get the digital PDF and the digital art bundle. At $24, you're going to get cover A and B, physical, the PDF, and the digital art bundle, and a bookmark. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. $33, you're getting all of everything in 24, plus you're getting a poster. Nice. Very cool. You got some really good tiers in here. I like this. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can click this. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Oh, cover B. Is that this? Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, hold on. How about I save it? Yeah, let me see if I can save this real quick. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Aha. Ha ha ha. Yes. Okay. You know what? This is giving me some really cool vibes. It's giving me like let's see if I can open this real quick. Hold on. I gotta stop that. Present this thingy. Share. Uh-oh. This guy. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yes. You know the old school style like Da Vinci sketches, plus also like the Def covers from way back in the day from Sandman. If you mash that together.
Yeah,
you get this.
Yeah, I was about to say, so yeah, everyone who sees this is without the text. So this is the original portrait. It was, I mean, obviously you can see the inspirations from the Sandman stuff.
Yeah.
Won't talk about gaming too much here.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so very happy. And again, this is more of a mood piece that I think really encapsulates sort of like the tone of what we're going for. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks really cool. I like it. I think it'll also look really good with the trade dress on it, because when you see here, you can kind of see the trade over on the top half.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to look really nice on there. Awesome. Are you going to put that up for sale anywhere, or are you just going to leave it, just like bring it around with you some places?
I mean, I actually have it right next to my desk right now. I have all these the portraits here.
Yeah.
Let me actually to give people a taste of what to expect. I'm gonna give a quick reveal of one of their next variant covers.
Okay. Well, here, let me make you the big, and then we can figure. Oh, that's me. Oh no. Yeah. No, get that off of my face.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah. So this will go on. I believe this will be for issue 7. But yeah, this is variant cover
nice.
7.
Yeah.
And then one more will be this.
Oh, that's the one Tate must be talking about.
Yeah.
Tate says the cigarette cover is his favorite. So that must be the one that you're talking about right there. One of the ones.
So this is, I think people really dig this. And then, I'm trying to think.
Nice. But yeah, if you want to sell original art, this is the site to put it on, because a lot of people go to Zoop to buy the original art stuff. So if you want to put that original cover on there, I would definitely go for that, because people love the, let me show this one more time. People love to buy original art on Zoop. That's like they go and they big time. Even on other campaigns, that's one of the favorite things to do. It's a different cigarette cover, but it's on the campaign. All right, I'm going to figure out what that is, and then we could probably try to pull it up somewhere. But yeah, no, this artwork is very delicate. It's really awesome. It's very moody too. I like that. It really fits the vibe of this. I think that's awesome. Oh wait, I gotta go reshare this background here. Stop this. Present this. Bloop bloop bloop.
We're gonna remember that for the next campaign, Parker.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
This is our first campaign on Zoop, and so Parker was our guinea pig and everything in a way.
Yeah.
So now that we know from original artwork and everything, that's something we can definitely.
Yeah, Marco, I had him on because he had his book for he did a Nosferatu book, and he was just, as he was drawing stuff, he would put pieces on just to release, and they would say a new piece is going to be dropping, blah blah blah. He would put like a pencil or an ink piece up, and then it would just be like immediately sell out, because people were picking up multiple pieces, because that's where they were going to just pick up art. So it's really interesting to see that, and I really love more people are picking up art tiers on campaigns. I think it's awesome. I think that's so fantastic, because as an artist, or as something just loving the art form myself, I love those kind of things that you can pick up. Oh, thank you. Okay, so you were sending me a screenshot because you're able to pull it up on your phone. It's interesting to me, like how things show up on a phone compared to like the browser, completely different. But yeah, thanks, Tate. I'll check that out in a second. So your detective cover here, you're getting everything from the tiers above, plus you're also getting the metal bookmark, it looks like, on top of that.
Yes.
As well. Cool. And then for the next one, you're getting cover C. Okay, so there's 2 other covers in here.
Cover C
and cover D. Yeah.
Right. Cover C is what I think the person in the chat was talking about, with the actual cigarette of Lucas Short, right?
Okay, so let me see. You sent me a thing of that. So let me see if I can figure out where that's at. But let me go over the rest of the tiers first, and then we'll show up the rest of the covers. So everything from this bundle, then you're adding cover C for here for $63. I think that's everything. And then $78, you're adding everything before, and then covers A through D as well. Correct. And then you're getting 2 posters on that one. Ooh, nice. Very cool. You have some really cool tiers in here. And I like that there's a $1 tip jar. You have 79 people that have claimed the $1 tip jar. That's amazing.
I've never been more shocked by the $1 tip jar in my life. I woke up one day and I think it was maybe 3 days ago. I was like, what in the world? So
sometimes that's all you can do. Listen, I have had over 200 of these on my thing. I would have loved to back every single one of these. I cannot. Let me tell you, I do too many of these a week. This is crazy. But sometimes all you can do is just drop $1 in there, and every dollar helps get you to a funding goal. Helps you get more books out there.
Sure does.
I mean, any of that helps big time. Man of Trouble. Listen, I really like the name of your tiers. They're hilarious. I love this. So for $100, you're getting everything from the previous tier, the veteran. Plus, it looks like a metal something or other.
Metal poster.
Metal poster. Okay, I think you just ran out of writing in there. Okay, so metal bookmark, metal poster, plus everything from the previous tier. And then for $175, I don't know what's in there, but it looks like everything plus an additional something, but I don't know what's the extra something in this tier. If I click it, does it tell me? Aha, there we go. Oh my God, there we go. It didn't let me click the other ones. What the hell? Okay. So you get 2 posters and a bookmark. Your metal 6. Oh, you get it. Okay, so you get more metal artwork on this one. That's awesome. There's your metal poster there. There's all the different posters there. The metal bookmark is gonna look neat. I dig that. I'm a huge fan of metal bookmarks right now. There you go. So there you can kind of see the other art pieces too. The other covers. Yeah. Ooh, that one's very interesting. It's very haunted. Yeah. I like the eyeball. Yeah, nice.
And then you have like the cigarette one that on the right.
Let's see. Oh, Tate is asking a really good question. I don't know. Let's find out. Is there a way to have cover C as an add-on? I honestly can't afford the tier that it's included in. Is there a way to just pick up one regular of the single covers if they wanted to do that?
Click on the add-on, Katie, over there on the side right there.
Okay.
Where it says add-ons.
Yeah. Because an add-on, you have to buy something first to order an add-on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Nope. It just looks like you get the regular bookmark for $5, the poster for $5, and then your Wise Acre digital bundle for $15. So I don't think there's one individually for each one of the regular ones. So I don't know if that's something that you want to add for the 2 other covers for C and D by itself.
Yeah, that's what we got to talk about with Park and everything. And
yeah,
that's a good question, Tate.
Yeah, because it looks like C and D you could only get as on the bundles on the larger price point of the book. So maybe that might be something that you want to add on there if people want to pick up different covers.
Well, I know usually after the campaigns and everything too, once the campaign and everything's over, we will have be able to put books and everything on the site too. So I'll definitely share that link with Katie, just to make sure that people want those additional books, we can have them on there too as well.
Yeah, no problem at all. I think that's fantastic, and I like that people are having interest in different covers as well. Let me see, where is Will it let me click on the one here? Let me see if it just let me click this. It does let me. Why didn't it let me click it before? I don't know. Boom. This is a computer probably, but yeah, here's the cover here with the trade on it. I think the trade on that looks awesome. It's got that very old like typewriter-y kind of feel, but also, like way back in the day when like people used to make those weird ass ransom notes to people. Yeah, exactly. I think you guys nailed that. The black and gray just fits so well with the story too. Wait, can I click this? No, I can't click it. Can I see if I can do that? Nope, it just does that.
Oh, it just takes the whole thing.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's the one he was talking about. He really liked that one with the cigarette. Yeah, I really want to see this one. This one's interesting. Where did it go? I want to see more of that one with the eyeball. It looks like it's like some weird storm, like swamp thing has just like annihilated everybody. There's just like an eyeball. Let me see. that's what I'm getting from this vibe. I like that one. That one's awesome. I dig that. Actually, you know what? It also gives me, remember CJ's cover from the Shift tape? It also gives me CJ vibes from his cover on the Shift. It's got that like weird, he had like a black, white, pink like mess happening, which was fun. I like that. These are cool tiers. I like this a lot. So yeah. I can play the preview, but let me tell you, I have to unplug for this, but I don't mind. Let me see. I'll open this here. Let me go blue blap for a second. Here, let me do this. If you guys want to check out the trailer, I'm gonna drop it inside the chat right now. You guys check it out later. Also, whatever YouTube channel that's on, go ahead and sub that so we can get way more people watching this content.
Definitely.
I'll play the trailer, but I have to unplug my headphones for this. Just be warned. I may or may not be kicked out of here. I may or may not be muted. It doesn't matter. Whatever happening, we're gonna roll these things. So let's go. Stupid thing muted me already. CJ likes me. Can you hear me? Because it muted me. And I have to, okay, whatever. We're gonna roll with this. I don't know what it's gonna sound like, but we're gonna go here. But yeah, sub to Acre Comics. I posted the link in the chat. All right, we're gonna go like this. Yes, let's go. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Boop, boop, boop. I like how he showed some of the like the thumbnails that he was doing for the line work before he started. Look back in here. Let's see if he gets me out of here one more time. Hello. Hello. Son of a bitch. Hello. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. There are a ton of, okay, hang on 1 second and I will link you. It's inside the
Parker Newman accounts on IG.
Where is my dang, there we go. I found it. Ha ha ha. There we go. This is your City of Demons account right here. Pop that down there. You can go and check that out. I'll also drop it over here on the Twitters. I'm not calling that X. I just that will forever be ingrained in my brain. I can't. Listen, we had a music venue here that they changed the name 900 times. Nobody ever calls it the other names. They call it the same name. It's been forever. Here. Oh, you know what? I can do this though. Let's see. Oh wait, man. Okay, download. Hold on. I can show the other covers. I forgot they're inside that thing that you just sent me. Aha! Aha! Okay. Download. Oh my god. Technology. Holy moly. All right. Boom. Okay, where are we at here? Let me stop this screen here. I'm gonna show the other ones. Let's see. Share. How is it? Oh my god. Listen. Great. Where the hell is this? Oh my god. Listen. Oh my god. Your brother has blocked your screen. Son of a, stop doing this to me. There we go. Cover C. Haha. There you go. There's your Siggy Ready cover. There you go. Boom.
Nice. Nice.
Pro stream in the house. Listen. Well, oh my god, stop that. There we go. Nice. Yeah, so I'm a very big fan.
That this was actually the first drawing or depiction of Lucas ever. So as I was about to finish the script, so yeah, this is very personal for me. It's kind of cool.
Dude, art is very therapeutic, and I think it's a great way for people to get in there and just like hash out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, Crane likes it too. Tate's a big fan. Yes, let's go. All right, I'm gonna open up the other one too. Show that off. Where I go? Oh my god, why not just have things go the same freaking thing? Okay, stop. Listen, we are pro galore here. Listen, boom, and then you have this cover as well. Oh my gosh, that one's cool. I like the splattering on there. Big fan.
Yeah, and then again, this is actually the first ever. This was actually one of the first times I challenged Kingsley when I was first trying to pick out an artist. This is, I know he did the first 3 pages, but this is actually what finally sold me on Kingsley being the guy. Because his depiction, based off my writing of all these characters, was so spot on and great. It was like, everything I could have possibly wanted. And then, so again, this is about the lettering but it's just really, really strong. And you quickly are able to identify sort of the base personalities of almost each person. And it's really strong.
He just such good like eyebrow and eyes, like expressions. It's really good. I like his art. I really can't wait to see what he's going to be doing with artwork coming up, because he's got so much potential and he's just only been getting better. So shout out to Kingsley. And I will keep him down below inside the comments so that you guys can go ahead and go sub him up too, because he really needs more subs. Let's get him way more subs. Let's see. All right, where am I at? Damn, I've got way too many thingies open. Hold on a second. So yeah, go check out the campaign. So you're down to 11 days left. I'm gonna refresh this. Yeah, you got 70 backers and you're down to 11 days left. So I want to share this galore all over the place, so that you guys, I want to see if you can get to 100. That'd be amazing. Yeah. So let's go. Let's get you way more. Oh my god, can you guys? Hit the button. Oh my gosh. Make myself aside. Let's see. Tate has to run. Huge congratulations. You will be touched. Yes. Thank you for stopping by, Tate. Always loving you hanging back here. Awesome. And we do have one more campaign to go over. I know, what time is it? It's already been an hour. So let's go to your other campaign too. That's what Jim was here for. But poor Jim, having all the issues today. Listen, it happens. I get it. Listen, I've been muted twice today on my own stream. So listen, I get it. technology. Sometimes you just need to, hit it with something and get it working. So your other campaign is over on Kickstarter. Let me click at this here. Control V. Boom. And then I'm going to drop it over here. So this is your other campaign here for Western Vengeance. Boom. I like that. You were here for the perfect episode, by the way, 187. Both of these books have murder, death, killing it. So, that worked out perfectly fine. Let me see. Let me go share this screen. We'll get to this page. Oh my gosh, come on. Clicking things. Let's go. Boom. Ha. I did it. I did it. All right. So if you're looking at this right now, you have already hit your funding goal for this campaign as well. Interesting story. I read the sample pages that you sent me, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It is a Western. So, Frederick, we want to take over, and we can talk about Western Vengeance. What is Western Vengeance all about?
Yeah, so with this was a submission that came through the queue like last minute, right? College ready to close submission queues down and everything. And Jim was like, he reached out. He was like, "Hey, I got a book I think you might like." And the first time I saw the cover, I saw the first page, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, why is this not with Image or Boom?" Because the artwork and everything is insane. And so, what Jim did and everything was he took his son. His son had a cowboy hat on, and so he came up with this ideal. Was like, you know what, I can create a story. But the thing about it was he sent a photo to his artist and said, "Can you actually age him a little bit older to become an older character for this story?" And his artist sent the picture and everything back to him and say, "Well, this is what the character would look like. This would be your son, if he's like, of age and everything, right?" And so he fell in love with this ideal of creating a family like dynamic within a Western environment. And like I said, I hate trying to play spoiler here. But if you're a fan of Tombstone, you're gonna love this story. If you're a fan of just Westerns and everything in general, right? You're gonna love this story. Jim has done an amazing job with this book and everything. I'm just grateful to be publishing everything because at the end of the day, I know for a fact that a book like this should be with Image or Boom, and it would do wonders with those companies and stuff like that. For Jim to seek me out was a blessing in disguise, everything at the same time. But again, if you're a true Western fan, you would definitely love this book. This book has it all: action, drama, you name it. He does everything.
There's so much action happening, but some of my favorite parts are in this book. The art is so phenomenal. I like that it's got like this really interesting orangey, black, brown, red color palette throughout it, which is interesting. But I love it, like in the midst of like this chaos that's happening, you have like these really interesting like quiet moments that happen, which there's not really much saying in it. It's just like the two of them, I think even might be on the thing. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a scene in here which is like middle of fighting. Let me see if I can just scroll down and see it. See all the fighting and all this drunken fire, whatever that's happening. There's a panel in there, which was my favorite. I'll just, because you're in the middle of seeing all this now anyways, where they're just taking a sip of drink at the bar and just fire just engulfing all around. And they're just like sitting, chilling. I think that's amazing. I love it. It's a lot of fun. So this is your cover here, your main one, which is all the orangey one. And I like that you reversed it too. I like that it's reversed. So you got the blues, then the oranges at the bottom. I think that's pretty neat.
Oh, the blue ones look really cool though. All right.
Yeah, the blue is really neat. Yeah,
it's nice.
I like it. I think the artwork is fun. It's really good. I like that really kind of fine line art style with like the chunky blacks. But the color palette is so interesting to me. Like it really like makes you want to like look around, see what's going on. Yeah. It's very cool. I like it. And I don't know if you can read the actual text that's on here, probably not from where you're at, like sitting here. It's got like that lingo down so well, like that westerny lingo where you're all just so like you can picture yourself there. That's something that Parker and I were talking about the first half of this thing, is that character development, that background. You really need a picture of your characters and the setting that they're in. Dude, he nails it in the writing on this just because of that weird 1800s weird westerny lingo. Like you get all of that. Like, you get that vibe. It's amazing. But the colors, the art is phenomenal. I know you have it down below. Who's the artist? Do you know on the top of your head who's doing the arts on this?
Yeah, so it's Fritz Cassius. is the artist on it?
Oh, I think it's so fun. But yeah, I don't know if you like give me your hatchet and like they're fighting between the difference between a hatchet and a tomahawk, and then like he's just like I think it's awesome. It's really cool. But yeah, these like weird like browny oranges, like it gives you like fall Halloween vibes with the color. But that's some of my favorite palettes. I love it.
It works
really
so good.
Interesting to me.
So good in this story and everything.
Let me see if I can find the one thing, but I like that he's got like the fro, but a lot of times it looks like the hat doesn't even fit on his head sometimes. Yeah. But that to me is just hilarious. But it's like meant to happen, like right here. Like it doesn't like science doesn't look like it's supposed to be that way. But I love it. It's just awesome. But yeah, great page. Yeah, no, it's some really cool artwork in here. I dig it. I really enjoyed it. So it looks like it's going to be 22 pages. I think it's quite interesting. Yeah, I think it's really interesting. And here you can see more of that deep, just red, which is interesting.
Oh, I love that.
Like, that just like speaks to me on like some weird level. There's like the blacks and the reds and the flames going on there. But let me tell you, this gets kind of violent, which is also awesome because pro cartoony violence. Let's go. That's where we're at. But no, the reds, oranges, dude, it's just so cool. I like that his shirt changed to pink just because of all the weird stuff that's happening in here. This thing's on fire. It's great, but to me, this is it was fun. I really liked it, and this kid's getting his vengeance. Let me tell you, he's after it. He's getting it. But, oh yeah, this is cool too. I like this like backsplash weird technique where it's like the slash marks, and then it gets down and it's like just all around because you have that fire swirling around them. That's interesting to me. Some really cool, weird, interesting art things happening in here, and I dig that like big time. I love it. A lot of fun. Yeah, that's a cool story too. I dig that. That one's gonna, I think. So this is issue 1 for this too. How many issues is this one gonna be?
So it's up to Jim, right? Jim wanted to see how the reaction was going to be for issue number 1, first and foremost, and everything. And then once we, do our little hot wash and everything after the fact, he was deciding. He has more story to tell, right? But it depends on how much support he gets that he's warranted and everything for this book here. So we would love to get some more support on it. It's a great story. This book should be on a lot of comic book store shelves. It's a great book, just like Parker book and everything. These books should be on shelves for people to pick up, and so give your support. We can make it happen and everything. We already funded.
Very exciting.
But, every more, like I said, to help out the creator and everything, the writer and stuff like that, to push him to create issue number 2 would definitely be worth it.
Well, because this is an interesting story too, because it's about a guy that's going around trying to get vengeance. And as you can see in some of the panels, like he's already done some of the vengeance mode here. So it would be interesting to see like how the story evolves, because to me, it's going to be in an interesting timeline just based on what I read in this chapter. Because I like books that kind of go back and forth. You don't really know where in the time that story that it's happening, but like it all fits in the end. So I think that's really neat how that works. Yeah. He
placed breadcrumbs and everything for spinoffs and everything across the board and stuff like that. Prequels and just
prequels for sure. Yeah, it's a really interesting. I think he picked the right time too to do Western books. The amount of Western books that I see in the indie sphere happening right now it's kind of blowing up. It's kind of like the biggest thing that's happening right now. I could probably tell you 20 off the top of my head that are either have launched this year or are about to launch. And it's a weird time. Like things go out of style and they come back in. And right now, like supernatural westerns or like westerny themed books is pretty huge right now. It's a good time, but I think it's intriguing just by the color palette that he has in here. Love it. I really want to see where the story goes because I think it's kind of fascinating, and I really want to see more of these back characters and like how they got to meet and stuff. You don't really get to see that in this episode. It's kind of just like in your face action, finding out stuff that's going on. But I dig it. I think it's a fun story. I think it's really cool, and I really like the artwork. This blue cover like really speaks to me. I dig it. Awesome. But I love that it's inverted. It's like blue and orange and blue. I dig that. But the blue in it, the shades are fantastic. I dig it a lot. It's really cool. Like it's a regular cover, and that is your, I guess, variant cover for cover B. It's very cool. I like this a lot. But yeah, you did go ahead and you have 4 days left to go. So if you want to back it, you got to do by Friday, July 4th, 11 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah, let's get you more backers. Hopefully I will. Hopefully this gets 50 or higher. I would love to see that. Yeah, you got 4 days left. Let's go.
Definitely.
Way more people on here. Yeah. I'm gonna scroll down and go over your tiers, and then I don't even know what time it is. I don't even know how long we're streaming, but it's been always a good time. I love all this. Let's see. If you want a pleasure reward, you can go so and do so starting at $1. No rewards, but boom, you could go ahead and help them fund. This is awesome too. If you want a digital PDF, you go do that for $5. So 22 pages for $5. That's pretty awesome. Get really cool story in there. I like it. Digital deluxe, that's awesome. The same thing that was on Parker's campaign. You get the digital PDF plus the digital art bundle for $8. You do some really good tiers prices. I think are really awesome. I think they're great. Let's see. If you want the physical book, you can do that. Also comes with the art bundle and the PDF for $12. That's awesome. You're shipping to only certain countries. Well, let me click this just to see. $8 US shipping, $25 pretty much everywhere except for Australia. Looks like it's $30. Not bad pricing considering how stupid shipping costs right now. So
you found that right now. Goodness.
Holy moly. Shipping, let me tell you, I also I try this all the time when like people come on, they don't have a digital tier. You're kind of really shooting yourself in the foot if you don't have digital, because people can back more of your digital campaigns, pick up digital goods than they would pay more for shipping one book towards them. Mm-hmm. So let people do the digital stuff. And as you can see, digital things are becoming more popular lately because, listen, one, we're getting older. We like to zoom in on stuff. We can actually read things. Two, we don't have space in our house. So as long as your people are reading your book, every dollar helps. And, get more books in people's hands. That's what your whole entire goal is publishing. But, so yeah, do that. And then if you want the blue cover as well for $15, go ahead and get that on there. The blue color looks really cool. I have a feeling that would look dope as hell in a foil just because of how rich those blues and oranges are. That would be awesome. Oh, we got Apex in the house. What's up, Apex? Very nice having you in here. Yes, we're going over our Western book right now. Yeah, so $15 there. Then if you want the double shot chaos, Kickstarter exclusive. Oh, what's the difference? Oh, you're getting both books? The digital and the digital art bundle. Nice. Ooh, that's fun. Very cool. I like that. For $25, that's actually a good price point. So actually, since you're saving a couple bucks there. Nice. Let's see. And then you have the Bloody Tears bundle, which is cover A, cover B. And then you're getting a 6x9 poster. Nice. That's awesome. So you're getting all that for $35. That's very cool. Good price points on here. Like I've been saying this all the time. I saw the same thing. I like the tier names as well. That's fun. Let's see. Colt 1851. Nice. $50. And you're getting, let's see, everything from the above one. Plus you're getting the metal bookmark. Nice. Very cool. I dig that. And then dual, same thing. Oh, you're getting a 9x12 custom sketch by Fritz.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun. That's a cool deal. I like that. I love art tiers are fantastic. That's amazing. That's a good deal, dude. That's a good deal.
It's a heck of a deal.
For $25, you're getting everything from the above tier, right?
Yeah, everything.
Wow. Oh, you're getting the orange copy. Are you getting the blue copy too?
I don't think you get the blue copy in this one right here. I think the blue copy is in the next one.
Okay, in the next one. So $75 this one, and you get the 9x12 sketch. Now I can't tell me anything. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I swear. Let's see. And then for $125, you're down to 48 left of those. You had a couple people back this already. Let me see. You're also getting the 9x12 single character, no background sketch by Fritz, metal bookmark, 6x9 poster, art bundle, the digital PDF, and then you're also getting the physical copy of the book too. Yep. Wait, what's the difference? Wait, let me go backwards. I think I'm missing something. What am I missing? Because it didn't show me everything in that one, the add-on thing. Let me see. Go down here. Where'd it go?
So I think one is with a background, one is with a background, and one is without the background.
Oh, okay. 9x12 custom sketch, and then you got the 9x12 single character, no background. Okay, and then you have the Lone Ranger with background. So for $195, okay, so you get the 9x12 single character. You get everything from the other tiers plus the with background on a character. And $375, you got 10 of those. I don't know what's in this one. Looks like you get a larger art piece.
Yeah, you get everything there. You get a larger piece as well. You get a metal bookmark also. You also get the blue cover as well for that one.
Okay, that's cool. So for it looks like maybe 11 by 17, because the other one was 9 by 12.
That was a little bit bigger.
Okay, so no, that's going to be 11 by 17. The other was 9 by 12. Is what it looks like. So cool. So you got the 375 and the 450. Keeps cutting that off, but I can't tell what the, because when I go in here, it doesn't really say. 11 by 17 pin up. Well, 2 characters. Okay. 2 characters with backgrounds. Okay. For the 450 one. And then the 375 one is the single character 11 by 17 with a background. Okay. So one's 1 character and one's 2 characters. Nice. Yep. So that looks actually pretty good. I don't know if I can open this. Let me see. Can I open that? No, not really. Probably going to super blur that out. But the way that he does that, it looks like it's a really good character. So you can get yourself some custom characters on there. That's awesome. That's a cool tier. I like this so far. Yeah, the great titles. Yeah. I like both of these books. I think they're pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is our first campaign where we actually do original artwork with the artists and stuff.
Okay. Interesting. I like that a lot. I see that being more popular on a lot of campaigns. I also see for the original art stuff, sketch covers. I see that go a lot, and I see sketch cards. Like they do little mini like sketch cards to go with it. But on campaigns, that's what I think the number one like kind of high end tiers have been so far that I see, which is quite fantastic. I like this a lot, but I like the different contrasts too in Parker's book, which is all black, white, and gray, and then you have like the fire colors that you have over in the Western book, which it's a good mix. Sometimes you need that because there's different palettes for everybody, but I love both in comics. I think that's awesome. But yeah, these both look really cool. I dig it. I really want to see where this is going to go because it has a lot of potential, especially to do like weird random side stories or like the prequel kind of thing because you don't really know too much of what happened. So yeah, I think it's interesting where this is going to go. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, I think this is fantastic. Let me see. Let me drop this link one more time for the Western Vengeance down in here. So you guys want to go check that out. Boom. There you go. It is pinned above on the top. All your links are down below. Plus, I also added Jim's Instagram. I have Parker's Instagram, and I have Kingsley's Instagram. I will add Frederick's as well when we're done off of here. But you guys are awesome. It's always been a pleasure getting to talk to you guys. Frederick, you've been out here so many times already. You're part of. We're all like family by this point. Here's Frederick's Instagram. Go check out Acre Comics. But yeah, it's always a good time. I still think that hot dog rated stream has got to be my top favorite stream of all time. That's just been the stupidest. I think it was like just 2.5 hours of us giggling about hot dogs. It was the dumbest thing ever.
It's always fun though.
It's so much fun. I know. It's all stupid. It's a good time. That's great. Let's see. Before we get out of here, do you guys have any other appearances and or cons or something that you guys want to talk about before we go? Yeah, either one of you go talk. I'm just going to find somebody that we can go rate. Oh, you know what?
Yeah, so I think Kate mentioned Crisis earlier today.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yes.
So there's a new program we're going to start up July 1st. It's not live yet. It's in testing phase right now. I'm getting feedback and everything, but July 1st, we're going to launch the Wise Vault program. This is where you can actually pre-order upcoming issues, exclusives, hidden gems, and everything like that across the board. And you don't have to wait for a campaign. You can actually order it, and we have kind of like a preview. It's kind of like a pull list, right? And once it closes out, you will actually get a chance to get this book and everything mailed to you in a timely fashion, and you have it before everybody else. So we're going to launch Crisis the Uncut series for first book for the Wise Vault program. That book is going to be 37 pages. It's completely done. It's ready for print. I'm getting samples in hopefully in the next 2 weeks or something like that. We'll see what happens, but we did load through the website. The link that Katie has, everything, give you the preview of what it was look like. You would get a couple of bundles. You get a couple of tiers and everything, like kind of like Kickstarter, everything crowdfunding wise. So you get some bundles, some digital, books and everything too at the same time. Some metal art, posters. We put it on there pretty much. You also will get a chance to preview the book today.
Ooh, haha! Yes, go check that out. I think it's quite lovely here. Let me show this real quick. Since you did share this with me, let me click. Where is it? Why does it not like? Okay, open. New window, people. Okay. Oh my god. Sometimes this is so difficult. I don't know why it's so hard to just click a thingy and then show a thingy, and then you're like, what? Okay, there we go. Haha. Haha. There we go. Here's your site that you have launched here. Here's Crisis Uncut. Dude, I loved this book. I thought it was fun. Dig it so much. Coloring is fabulous. The story was fun. It gave me like kind of like Beverly Hills Cop meets like some crazy other comic. It was fantastic. It was dope. I dig it. A lot of fun. Good times. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. Very excited.
Who's the artist again on this?
So this is G. He's the newest artist and everything on Crisis. He's gonna be. He also doing Vivid Vein as well. I'm gonna send it to Katie so she take a look at it. But he's a great artist. One of the things I love about him, he gives me that 80s feel.
Yeah.
I really wanted it and everything. I wanted, Punisher Max type of look and everything as well. That's one of my best series and everything.
Yes.
You're reading. And also a little bit of Daredevil sprinkling in also. So
it kind of reminds me of a Bagley's art a little bit.
Okay, I could also see that too. Yeah.
No, you said Max, like Punisher Max, like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Punisher Max, and if you merge that all together with Beverly Hills Cop, that's literally everything that I get from Crisis, and I dig it so much. I love it. I'm here for it. Let's go. Cran says, yeah, great art. Dude, it's awesome. Yeah. Whenever you come back for that, whenever that launches, let's go. I think I still have like 2 more books to give away for that. So yeah. Let's get that going. That's awesome. But yeah, check that out because you can click out the House of Wise down here. You have like 1 billion other titles. These have all been so much fun. They're all fantastic. Dark Sentinel. I think I have just about all of these from campaigns. But I love that cover.
And we're still been on the pages and everything. Every creator and stuff like that have a page where they actually go to it and be able to load it. So if you click on if you go to Magnus, right? If you go up to Magnus up top there, you click on Explore Magnus. You better get a little bit more depth of the universe, so we give you a little bit more of the lore that comes with it and everything too.
Fun! Oh, the web, dude, the site's looking really good. And I love that you got the characters down here. Yeah, everything's looking really awesome.
So that's what we're trying to get in out of everything. We're trying to get a little bit more context into what we're doing, and also keep you updated also about future issues that's coming up as well. Oh,
I love it. Yeah, no, it's good. You got so many titles right now. It's crazy. You've just been going bananas on stuff. Ooh, there's some stuff on here I haven't seen and I want to go look at. So I'm going to click on some of this later. This gives me, is this Abigail Larson art?
So this is going to be a new book attached to the House of Wise. I can't show it yet because there's things going behind everything with Vanity. But Jury is the creator of everything of this series. Let me tell you something. It's a 288-page book. It is a artistic masterpiece. When it comes to releasing everything, you want to get your hand on this book. Just like Parker's book, you want to get your hands on this book. It's a masterpiece.
If this is the artist I think it is, I'm going to go bananas because I have 3 of her books right there.
I believe it is.
No lie. I believe this is the same artist.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Yes. I can spot her art a mile away. I met her 2015 at Baltimore Comic Con. Fantastic. Listen, that chick can tell a story with her artwork. It's amazing. Amazing stuff. You better let me know when that is launching. Let me tell you. Yes. Very excited for that. Here, let me stop screen on this. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking to you for another 4 hours. Before we get out of here, are you guys going to go to any more cons coming up?
So I have.
You got anything else going on? Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the word for Tucson Comic Convention here in August. I know we're going to LA Comic Con in September.
Okay.
I'm going to try to take a little bit of a break because I've been going and going.
Yep.
And so next year we're starting to get a list and everything out to start prepping for cons across the U.S. and everything, right? So I'm trying to get north, I'm trying to get down south, I'm trying to go to the East Coast. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely. Listen, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to see the next time Motor City asks for guest lists and they want to find out people. I already got John Boy to come just by doing this. I'm going to go tag you guys in the in the thing to invite people. Yeah, oh, that'd be awesome. We'll go hang with you guys. What about you, Parker? You got anything coming up?
So no cons in the immediate future right now, but tomorrow I'm going on another podcast at 8:00 tomorrow night, going on That Comic Podcast. Woo! And especially, there's a bunch of guys that talk about a lot of just current nerd news and reach out to them via social media. And excited for that. And yeah, sorry, it is such a relief for the campaign to have hit its goal now. And now I'm still like motivated to get even more backers and whatnot. So yeah, so for me, it's just going back to trying to finish writing and revising and scripts, revising outlines I have. So yeah, that's where my focus is right, because the campaign's like, okay, we got it. So yeah, but I need to constantly soon. Actually,
perfect. I love that. So yeah, go find Parker on the other podcast tomorrow. We're gonna get out of here. I know we have like 70 people watching us on all the platforms that we're on right now. So my question is, do you guys want to go raid another indie creator, or because you were on with Cliff last week, do you guys want to go and raid Cliff with some hot dogs? Is my question. That's the question, yes. Because I'm going to put this link in the chat, and whoever it is, I want you to go drop a bunch of hot dogs, like all the hot dogs galore. That's what I want you guys to do. We're going to be doing this from now on, yes. That's right. Chili cheese hot dogs, let's go. But yeah, you know what? I think we're going to go with Cliff, because I think that'd be absolutely freaking hilarious. So hang on a second. I'm gonna get this link because they're live right now with Kingdom of Nerds. I don't even care. We're gonna go raid them with hot dogs. Where's Cliff's channel? Where'd he go? Have I lost Cliff? Cliffy, where'd you go? What? There you go. They're actually talking about, I guess. Let's see. Share copy. They're talking about Red Sonja and some stuff with Kingdom of Nerds. All right. So I am going to place that right there. This is Cliff's channel. I want you guys to go there and take Kpop Raid, and I want you guys to drop as many hot dogs as you possibly can. Or even don't even say Kpop Raid. Just go drop all the hot dogs and make them confused. We're going to go do that. But yes, thank you guys for coming on here. Yes, Franks and Beans. That's right. We're going to leave it with Franks and Beans on the screen, and we're going to get out of here. Thank you for Parker and Frederick and poor Jim. I'm sorry that your audio was not working. Next time you come on here. Exactly. Go do that into Phil's, I keep calling him Phil, Cliff's channel. Yes, go take that. Go drop it over there. We're going to end this, and I'm going to go hop in there as well. So thank you guys for coming in here. Thanks, everybody in chat. Yeah. Boom. Go share this all over the place. Thank you very much. We're going to get out of here. So, and I don't have an end stream. So you know what that means.